Live from Baumhower's Victory Grille in Tuscaloosa, welcome to Hey Coach on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Hey Coach is presented by Alfa Insurance. You do your thing. We've got you covered. Hey Coach is also brought to you by Everwood, the official treated lumber of Alabama athletics. Ford, get the job done right in a Ford F-150, the smartest F-150 ever. Raise your game and visit your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Toyota, visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy, and buy. McMurray Van, rent local with McMurray Van and Car Rental. We offer the perfect vehicle for any need. Proudly serving Alabama. Visit us today for a hassle-free rental experience. Now, live from Baumhower's Victory Grille in Tuscaloosa, this is Hey Coach.
And Hey Coach is presented by Alfa Insurance, auto, home, life, business. Alfa Insurance covers it all. AlfaInsurance.com. Chris Stewart with you here at Baumhower's. Another great crowd. Cold night outside. That means you come inside, order chili for dinner or a hot cup of coffee with dessert afterward. A full selection at Baumhower's as always, and hope you'll drop by and see us as we've got, it's not the first sport you think of with weather like this. We've had a conversation about this already off air, but Coach Margot Geer is with us from Alabama Swimming and Diving. They've got a big meet coming up, a couple of them here soon, and we're going to talk not only with Coach Geer, but also one of her standout swimmers in Trey Shields, who will be with us as well. And, of course, we're talking men's basketball. Coach Nate Oats with us, along with Tuscaloosa native and new member of the Crimson Tide roster this year, a guard in Chris Youngblood. So the Tide off to a great start in SEC play. 2 big road games this week. We'll preview that with Coach and look forward to talking with Chris, as well as Coach Geer once more from Swimming and Diving, along with Trey Shields as well. Fans, be sure to listen to Crimson Drive. That comes your way Thursdays on all Crimson Tide Sports Network social media outlets. Crimson Drive live each week, 2 o'clock Central, so be sure to join us for the latest on Alabama athletics. And another way you can keep up with everything Alabama is with that mobile app presented by Cadence Bank. The Alabama Crimson Tide mobile app available at the App Store and at Google Play. Download it for free right now. When we come back, we will be talking with Alabama's Swimming and Diving coach again. Coach Margot Geer with us right after this at Baumhower's Victory Grille. It's the official watch party location of the Crimson Tide, and it's right here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Do you want to party? Do you want to dance?
Your moment has arrived. It's time to shed the normal day-to-day version of yourself and let your most fabulous self loose. Make your way to Wind Creek Wetumpka, because whatever your idea of fabulous is, this is where you'll find it. Wind Creek Wetumpka. It's your kind of fabulous. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Nobody beats me, Mark Sears, on the court, and nobody beats Cook's Pest Control when it comes to superior protection against unwanted pests and termites. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right. Guaranteed. Call Cooks today for your free quote or to schedule a free on-site inspection. Roll Tide.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
CB&S Bank has a long history of stability and a legacy of serving our community's needs for generations. You could say we know a thing or two about tradition. We've been family, community, and financially strong since we began in 1906. Being a team player is part of our culture. That's why at CB&S Bank, we're proud to sponsor the University of Alabama Athletics and prouder to take the field or court with you. Visit cbsbank.com today. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Hey parents and kids, AEA has unveiled a new contest at your school that lets you count your way to the Iron Bowl of basketball. AEA wants to help K through 6 students be academic champions just like the Alabama Crimson Tide. Students who participate in the Be a Champion and Count Challenge could win tickets to the February 15th Alabama vs. Auburn basketball game at Coleman Coliseum. Ask your teacher about contest rules, encourage your child to be an AEA math champion, and win a trip to the Iron Bowl of basketball.
Hey there, everybody. Bob Baumhower here, letting you know that we understand that times are tough and we truly believe value matters. So, by popular demand, we brought back our Inflation Bites menu featuring scratch-made meals that will make the whole family smile, and your wallet, too. Menu items start at just $7.99, and any entree comes with a free beverage. Try our classic tailgate burger for just $8.99, or our hearty Bam Bam chicken platter for $9.99. Baumhower's Victory Grill. Legendary fun, legendary food.
Segment of Hey Coach is presented by Coca-Cola's crisp, refreshing, and irresistibly tasty. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide. We are so glad to have you with us here at Baumhower's Victory Grill in Tuscaloosa. I'm Chris Stewart, joined by the swimming and diving head coach at the University of Alabama, Coach Margot Gear. Coach, always good to see you.
Chris, awesome to be here. We're keeping it warm inside. This is nice.
We did clarify off air. Yes, you have a meet coming up. Yes, it is indoors.
Yep. We wanted to make sure everyone knew that.
Yes, that is inside. But you were telling me it's rare actually to practice indoors. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, we're blessed. We get to swim outside pretty often. Really, like 1 week out of the whole year, typically we're not able to be outside, and that's this week. So
it's a good call.
Yeah. We'll keep it inside and keep the swimming fast in there.
Understand. We've got one of your student athletes with us. Tell us about Trey Shields before we talk to him. Always love to give the coaches a chance to do the introduction.
Yeah, honestly, a guy that doesn't get talked about enough. He's a fifth year for us. Trey's from Alabama, so home state guy right here. And, he's been phenomenal in the pool, but just an outstanding leader, somebody that's been here since I've been here from day one, and really committed to the team, really committed to working hard in the pool and making sure he's doing everything day to day to be the best for his team. And again, somebody that I can't speak highly enough of.
Trey, a Daphne native, and obviously the University of Alabama is something a lot of kids in state grow up wanting to do. But you had options. Why was Alabama the right fit for you?
I think when I came on my trip here, seeing all the facilities, meeting the team and everything like that, it's hard to beat the athletic department here at Alabama. Very grateful. So when I came here, I knew I wanted to come here and swim here.
And I know that, again, it doesn't take long to be here before everybody feels the loyalty and part of the Crimson Tide. You're truly part of the family as soon as you sign. But for you having grown up in the state, I would imagine it's even more special.
Yes, sir, definitely. I grew up coming here as a kid, and so it's an awesome experience getting to be an athlete here.
All right, Coach, talk to us about what you got coming up, because you've already had some things going on in the fall. We talked about that earlier, but now you're turning towards a couple of meets that'll one will be here, one will be at Auburn, and then it's the start of SEC competition. Not the start of SEC competition, but the SEC meet taking place.
Yes, we had a great fall. We raced Delta State, and then we had LSU and FSU, and then we went to an invite over in Athens. And we had a few individuals go compete at World Championships over in Hungary in December. And then now we're getting into, like you said, some SEC competition. So Tennessee at home on Saturday, and then Auburn away. And that'll be our final dual meet. And then we'll head to Athens for SEC Championships. So excited to get into the championship phase of our season, and excited for our swimmers to continue to progress, and then our divers as well. And excited for our fastest swimming and our best diving up to this point.
Senior day, Trey, has it sunk in yet that that's what this is going to be for you as well?
Yeah, a little bit it has. Last year, I'm a fifth year this year, so I went through it last year, coming back this year, kind of reliving it all again, but this time it's the final go-round for sure. So it's definitely a weird feeling that it's close to the end, but it's been a great ride.
Awesome. Coach, tell us about what it means for your program to have 3 athletes take part in the World Aquatic Championships. So to compete at the world level, obviously very, very special. But to have one would be great, but you had 3 that did so.
Yeah, we had 3, and they had their best performances at that meet, so that was special as well. We had a coach over there representing Alabama at the same time also. So anytime you can represent not just your school, but also obviously your country and compete at an international level, we want to do that. And so really, really happy for them that was an experience they got to have, and then obviously happy that Alabama as a program is seen on the world stage, which is important.
Yeah. We talked about you being an Alabama native and representing the Crimson Tide, but you got to compete at the Olympic trials.
Yes, sir.
So, Trey, tell me what that experience was like for you.
That was a great experience. Having a swim meet inside a football stadium in Lucas Oil was a crazy experience.
Yeah.
I think they broke a record there, having the most attendance of a swim meet. Like over 20,000 people came and watched. So great swimming against the best in the nation and having a great crowd to support the meet.
Coach, you mentioned the fall, and it was a big one for your program. I think 21 different performances were in the top 20. Explain, I was given that note. I know it's impressive, but explain to myself and others that probably don't follow your sport that closely what exactly that means and why that's so important.
Yeah, so rankings just going into the spring, knowing that we've had some performances that put us in the top in the country. So, as many individuals as we can possibly have that are ranked top 20 or better, obviously that gives us a chance and an opportunity to be able to be a top, 20 to top 10 team in the country. And our goal is to make that, that ranking as high as possible. And obviously in the NCAA, that's a good spot to be in right now. But obviously we want to keep moving up.
Trey, for you got the degree in hand. Congratulations on that. A degree in biology. How are you going to use it? You know yet?
I don't quite know yet. Still trying to figure it out.
All right. Marine biology?
Possibly. We'll see.
It's a bad joke for a swim guy. I ask you about marine biology, but not the worst one I've even done this week, and it won't be the last one I do today. Hey, congratulations on all the success, both in the classroom and in the pool as well. Coach, good luck with the championships coming up in Tennessee, 11 o'clock Saturday, right?
11 o'clock Saturday, yeah. Indoors, yeah.
At the University of Alabama?
It's us versus Tennessee.
I've gotten in enough trouble with them. I'm going to leave that alone, but just go get them. That's all I'm going to say. Go get them, Coach. Appreciate you so much, and great to see you both. Happy New Year.
Awesome. Thank you.
Coach Margot Gear and also Trey Shields from the Alabama Swimming Program. Again, 11 o'clock at the Alabama Swimming Complex this weekend. The Tide playing host to Tennessee, 11 o'clock on Saturday morning. Hey, if you love Baumhower's chili, and it's a perfect day to do it, you're in luck. Baumhower's Victory Grill now serving special dishes served with their signature Bob Baumhower's homemade chili. It includes chili cheese nachos, char-grilled chili cheese potato stack, and loaded chili cheese fries. Baumhower's legendary fun, legendary food. We're back with more. The Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Domino's delivers game day across Tuscaloosa and the surrounding area. Locally owned in Tuscaloosa for 30-plus years, the team at Domino's is proud to be a supporter of Alabama basketball and athletics across the capstone. Domino's would like to thank our customers for supporting our local business for over 30 years. Make Domino's your choice on game days year-round. Domino's is proud to deliver your Alabama Crimson Tide game days anytime. Just visit RollDomino's.com. Thanks for your business, and Roll Tide.
See the call as we make the call. Watch the Courtside Cam presented by NASCAR for each Alabama home basketball game. Streaming live on all CTSN social media platforms, you can get a front row seat to every big play and every reaction from the Alabama radio crew for men's and women's basketball. Watch on YouTube, Facebook, and X at UA_CTSN.
Wide open 9, left corner 3. Switch!
Barkley makes it easy.
Get ready to rev up your engines and feel the excitement at Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac. We've got the perfect ride to match your style and adventure. Visit us at our showroom at Skyland Boulevard and let our friendly team help you find the vehicle of your dreams. Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac, where hometown pride and unbeatable deals collide. Drive with passion with Barkley. Visit us today or check us out online at barkleygmc.com.
Barkley makes it easy.
Hey, Bama fans. Tuscaloosa Drug Company is a proud supporter of Crimson Tide Athletics. We've been serving our community and the University Athletic Department for over a decade. There are 3 locations in the Tuscaloosa and Northport area to serve you. We understand the importance of prompt and efficient service. That's why we strive to provide service that you can rely on, where we know you by name. The next time you have a medication need, call who the Tide calls, Tuscaloosa Drug.
The Alabama Insider Podcast is the official podcast of Crimson Tide Athletics. Catch full episodes of Hey Coach and the Kalen DeBoer Show, Crimson Tide Rewind, Crimson Tide Today Daily Reports, plus full interviews from Crimson Drive driven by NASCAR. Download and subscribe to the Alabama Insider Podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and all podcast platforms. Roll Tide with the Alabama Insider Podcast.
Looking to make a statement? Bass Signs of Tuscaloosa is where you can make your statement with our incredible range of signs and graphics. You can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement with Bass Signs. Stop in today or visit basssigns.com. A proud partner of Alabama Athletics. Let's create something amazing together.
Welcome back to Hey Coach. It's presented by Alfa Insurance. Coming up in just a few minutes, Coach Nate Oats will be with us. But in this segment, we tell you about our Everwood Performance of the Week, and it goes to Alabama guard Aaliyah Nye. She's been named the SEC's Player of the Week. The honor marks the first for Nye following her 30-point performance in the Tide's 93-46 win over Jacksonville last weekend. Nye's 30 points, a career high. It propelled Bama to its 13th victory of the season for the team's best start in program history. That is your Everwood Performance of the Week. Everwood, wood treated right. Also, congratulations to Christy Curry's team, off to a 2-0 start in SEC play. So a great way to get things going for women's hoops, ranked in the top 20 and climbing up the charts after their success to begin Southeastern Conference action. Hey, if you want to ask Coach a question tonight, Coach Nate Oats a question, give us a call on the McMurray Van and Car Rental Hotline at 877-202-BAMA. Rent local with McMurray Van and Car Rental. We offer the best vehicle for any need, proudly serving Alabama. Visit us today for a hassle-free rental experience. Coach Nate Oats joining us on the other side of the break, right here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime, but the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for T-Town. The University of Alabama Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big roll tide, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Tide pride? Order your card now at regions.com/GoBama. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
I'm Coach Nate Oats, and this is the Ford F-150 Highlight Show. To stay on top, you got to keep raising your game, just like the 2024 Ford F-150, the smartest, most connected F-150 ever. Ford offers impressive technology to help you get the job done in the smartest way possible. For the latest offers on a Ford F-150, go to buyfordnow.com or visit your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsors of the Crimson Tide. Roll Tide.
Ever wondered what a 30-foot tall pistachio looks like? A giant redwood or Big Sur? Chevron with Techron will be there to help you see them and tons of other places you have to see to believe. Because with unbeatable mileage and a clean engine, cars feel great. So next time you want to fill up on a little adventure, an awkward family photo, or a new commute to work, make sure to fill up at Chevron's along the way. Your car and your memories will thank you. Chevron with Techron, fueled by possibility.
If you're looking for the best selection in Crimson Tide apparel, look no further than the Soup Store. The Soup Store is every Bama fan's ultimate destination for the hottest gear and accessories, with 3 great locations around campus to serve you: in Tuscaloosa on campus at the University Student Center, on the Strip in front of Bryant-Denny Stadium, and on Bryant Drive. If you can't get to Tuscaloosa, shop the Soup Store online at soupstore.ua.edu. The Soup Store is a proud partner of Alabama Athletics.
Coleman Coliseum gives the Tide a big home court advantage. When it comes to your home, count on Tri-Green Equipment to give you a big advantage with our lineup of John Deere equipment and tried and true expertise. We'll help you call the right plays on your property, and we're always there when you need an assist. From riding mowers, compact utility tractors, gators, to agriculture equipment, we've got serious game. Stop by one of our locations or visit TriGreenEquipment.com. Proud sponsors of Alabama Crimson Tide basketball.
Stevenson missing the 3. Nelson rebounding it, giving it off to Sears. Mark, shake and bake move into the lane, off the glass, counted, and he's fouled. This segment of Hey Coach presented by Homewood Suites by Hilton in downtown Tuscaloosa. Make yourself at home, stay in comfort, and enjoy the great options of the on-site 205 restaurant and bar. Homewood Suites by Hilton in Tuscaloosa, proud preferred hotel partner of the Crimson Tide. Chris Stewart back with you at Baumhower's Victory Grill. It's Hey Coach, joined by the men's basketball coach at the University of Alabama, Coach Nate Oats. Coach, always good to see you, especially after a great start to SEC play.
Yeah, it's always better to be on the show after we get a win. So let's keep scheduling shows up for after wins. I'll let you handle the other ones.
I'm fine with that. It was a great start. You had a fantastic crowd, first and foremost, at Coleman this weekend, and then you gave the home folks a lot to get excited about, really, right from the start.
Yeah, no, I thought we had a good start. I thought our first half was great. I thought our defensive intensity was as good as it's been all year. I thought our guys were really locked in to the scouting report. We were getting stops. Fears being their leading scorer, didn't sniff much in the first half, really for about the first 30 minutes of that game. So, I thought LeBaron was great on him on D. We switched some other guys on to him, whether Darion, Jaron. I thought they were good. I thought, Sears was really locked in. Our starting backcourt, I had, I believe, 16 assists and no turnovers. So we had Sears for one more assist than they have here. But
yeah.
we had for 11. But, we did a good job taking care of the ball. We had 9 turnovers. One of them was shot clock. One of them was Mo's flagrant that gave him the ball back. So, outside of those 2, the other 7, our turnovers are down significantly.
Right.
Our offensive rebounding rate is 55%, which is ridiculously high. So I thought we did a great job getting on the glass. We had 25 second chance points. So, we still didn't shoot it great, but, we hit 9 threes and didn't turn it over and got to the old boards. And I thought our defense was great. Now, the second half, once we built the 28-point lead, there was about 13 to go. I thought our defense fell apart. And we got to do a better job of that once we build a lead, of keeping our defensive intensity. But a pretty good first start. If we're going to try to win the league, we need to have a first game with similar to that.
When you score 107 points and you have multiple guys in double figures the way you do, it's natural that people talk about your offense. But is your depth on the defensive end of the floor that's one of the greatest strengths, Coach? Because when you are able to throw multiple guys who are equally good defensively at the other team's best score and take them out of the game, as you're able to do with Fears early on, I've got to think that's a massive plus for your side.
No, it is. It's nice. I mean, Sears has really improved his defense. You can even move him over. I mean, he can guard the other team's best player when we need him to. LeBaron's a pretty elite defensive guard himself. We've been able to put Jaron, who's 6'10". You look at R.J. Davis for Carolina, who was some people's pick for preseason player of the year. Jaron guarded him for most of that game at 6'10", and R.J.'s point guard. So Jaron gives all kinds of problems to those guards because he's quick enough to stay with them and long enough to really challenge their shots. Darion Reed big, strong, physical, athletic, can really guard 1 through 4 and some 5s. So we definitely have defensive versatility that we will change. We got switchable guys. You know, that time you're talking about Mo Diabate. Mo Diabate can step up and guard guys like that too. In practice, Preston's named him the Sears stopper. So he kind of smiles when he gets that. But Mo can guard centers. He can guard Mark Sears. So we can kind of put him on 1 through 5.
Back-to-back weeks, LeBaron Filon is named the SEC Freshman of the Week. And you told me about this during the preseason. His competitive nature. And this is a guy who's obviously got talent that matches anybody in the freshman class around the country on both ends of the floor. But is it that desire to win that makes him as elite as it does?
I think it does. And I think this is his 3rd time getting Freshman of the Week.
It may be, Coach. I know it's back-to-back.
Yeah, I think Steven told me, I think there's 4 other freshmen in the SEC. I think 2 of them have got it once and 2 of them have got it twice. LeBaron's the only one that's gotten it 3 times. So I think winning and your impact on winning goes a long ways in some of those awards. You go back to when Herb Jones was the SEC Player of the Year. He didn't have the stats per se that most Player of the Years would have, but our team won it, and he was the most valuable guy on the team. You know, LeBaron's impacting winning at a really high level, and people recognize it, and they're rewarding him for it. And his competitive drive to win and to make sure that he does whatever it takes for the team to win, I think goes a long ways with a lot of people that watch basketball, vote for those awards, draft basketball players for the next level. That stuff goes a long ways.
Another milestone for Mark Sears, Coach. 1,500 career points at Alabama. And yes, it's his 3rd season. But that freshman year, you talked about it then, how his ability to score the basketball. And he was on a team now with at least 2, maybe 3 NBA guys now that were on that roster his first year in Tuscaloosa, and yet still got it done more so offensively. As you said, he's become a complete player. But to get to 1,500 career points in only basically 2.5 seasons so far is quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, no, it really is. And he was on that team with Brandon and Clowney, who both went in the first round that year, and they're both starting on their respective teams now. So, and he was our 2nd leading scorer behind Brandon on the team, and that was his first year with us. He was a kid that was overlooked by every high major team in the country. He had no high major offers. You know, he ended up going to Ohio University, which is a solid mid-major league. You know, I was at Buffalo, where I came from. It's better than solid. It's a good mid-major league, and he did well there, but he had to prove himself. You know, he wasn't a great shooter his freshman year. He worked his tail off to make himself an elite shooter. He came in here, worked really hard. You know, I thought found his niche that year, played alongside Brandon. You know, we kind of started Jaden Bradley at the 1. Quinterly played a lot at the 1, and Mark played alongside him and was great with him. So the fact that he's now played 3 years, and we're not even halfway through his 3rd year, and he's already scored 1,500 points here, there's a lot to be said for that, because, you know, we've had some really good players come through here that were here for 4 years that never got to 1,500 points. So, you know, he's been able to consistently do it. I mean, he just consistently gets his 20 points. Occasionally he doesn't, but more times than not, I mean, he didn't even shoot it well. You look like he's 1 for 6 from 3, but gets to the line, goes 11 to 13 to the line, has 11 assists and no turnovers. Consistently on the offensive end for 3 years, he's been very, very good. And I think what he's added to his game this year is he's been pretty consistent for the last month or so, plus on the defensive end. He's been very, very good on the defensive end. So he's making jumps in his game, you know, distributing the ball, not turning it over. He's becoming what I think a lot of people were projecting him to be, and that's why people had him as a possible preseason player of the year in the national preseason player of the year race. But, you know, our team's going to have to win for him to get those awards, and we're going to have to continue to get better as a team for him to achieve what he wants to individually.
We're going to open up the McMurray Van and Car Rental hotline. 877-202-BAMA is the number to call if you want to be a part of the show when we come back. Hey, Coach, presented by Alfa Insurance, auto, home, life, business. Alfa Insurance covers it all. AlfaInsurance.com. We're back at Baumhower's Victory Grill with Coach Nate Oats right here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
You can find all Crimson Tide Sports Network video content online on the CTSN YouTube page. It's the home of the live courtside cam, episodes of Crimson Drive driven by NASCAR, plus Hey Coach. Our YouTube shorts will deliver thrilling Alabama radio highlights, plus interview clips from Alabama student athletes and coaches that you can't miss. Subscribe to the Crimson Tide Sports Network on YouTube for the very latest on the Alabama Crimson Tide. Hey Bama fans, this is Roger Hoover. Each Thursday at 2 p.m. Central, join us live for Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR. This live streaming talk show features the latest on Alabama athletics, with exclusive conversations with Tide student athletes, coaches, and media members giving their perspective on the Crimson Tide. You can watch on YouTube, Facebook, and X, with all conversations archived as well on the Alabama Insider podcast. Roll Tide with Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR.
Crimson Tide fans, this season don't lose out on your home comfort. Brown Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical is a proud partner of Alabama Athletics and has been delivering the highest standards in home comfort across Birmingham for over 60 years. If you're looking for a great team and elite service from a quality company that cares, you can't miss with Brown in Birmingham. Score big this year with Brown Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. Visit brownheatingandcooling.com/specials to save on your next service. Roll Tide!
Did you know that your largest organ is your skin? The Wound Care Center at DCH is an outpatient clinic focused on modern treatments for chronic wounds and non-healing sores. Our team is staffed with dedicated physicians, nurses, and therapists who specialize in treating chronic wounds and identifying their complex causes, circumstances, and challenges. When you need more than a Band-Aid, there's the DCH Wound Care Center. Learn more about our services at dchsystem.com/wound care.
1225 is your ultimate game day destination. Catch the game on one of their 35 big screen high-def TVs, combined with an extensive menu of mouth-watering food and refreshing drinks. Juicy burgers, crispy wings, craft beers, signature cocktails. 1225, where the energy is high, the screens are massive, and the excitement is contagious. Visit 1225 on the Strip in Tuscaloosa, less than 2 blocks from Bryant-Denny Stadium. 1225 Sports Bar, where sports, food, and fun collide.
Tired of being just another patient at your chain pharmacy? Make the switch to Payless Drugs. With 5 convenient locations in Bessemer, Birmingham, Fairfield, Morris, and Springfield, our knowledgeable team can provide personalized medication reviews and supplement recommendations, deliver medications to your door, and more. Visit mypaylessdrugs.com to transfer today. We're just what the doctor ordered.
Elvis with the basketball on the drive, stops at the elbow, knocked away, stolen by Sears. 2-on-1 Bama. Sears, but timeout Oklahoma, and listen to this crowd. Sellout crowd enjoyed what it saw at Coleman Coliseum this weekend as the Tide rolled to an impressive win over the then 10th ranked Oklahoma Sooners. I'm Chris Stewart, joined by the head coach of the Crimson Tide, Coach Nate Oats. Coach, again, we talked about it briefly, but the crowd, fantastic, and that's something you're going to need night in and night out, because this league, night in and night out, is going to be more often than not an infinitely tighter matchup than what you faced against Oklahoma.
Yeah, I would think. I mean, you know, hopefully our defense gets good enough that we can dominate some teams and open some leads up, you know, like we have done in the past when we've won the league. But this league's the best it's ever been. It's the best league in college basketball, I think, in some of the metrics in over 40 years. So I think, what was there, 5 teams ranked in the top 10. You know, we're gonna have to have our stuff together on pretty much a nightly basis. So tough league. You know, our front 9 games are not as tough as our back 9 if you look at kind of split them in half. And we've got the break right in the middle, which is nice. So, well, you know, I told our guys we really got to lock in. We've got to win the games we're supposed to win in order to win a conference championship. So you got to win your home games, and you got to go on the road. And South Carolina is significantly better than what they looked against Mississippi State Saturday. This is a team that Clemson beat Kentucky. Clemson is very good, as we know. I mean, we've lost to them twice since I've been here, and we had a dogfight to get to the Final Four with them. They beat Clemson at home in overtime. So I told our group to expect the team that played Clemson is not the team that played on the road at Mississippi State. So I think we've got to be ready. Even the year we won it all, not it all, the SEC, won the whole thing 2 years ago, Brandon Miller's group you referred to. If you remember, we went on the road to South Carolina and almost lost the game. I mean, it took 40-some points, whatever Brandon had that night. And they were 4-14 that year, South Carolina was, and we had to go to overtime to win that game. So we cannot overlook this game in South Carolina, but it was great to get a home game with the amount of fans that showed up without any students in class. I mean, the place was packed. I didn't see any open seats. They got loud. They cheered for the right stuff. The building maybe got as loud as it did all night when Cliff got those 2-0 boards. He got fouled in the second one. I thought it was great. I think our fans really respect an effort, a winning effort. They're educated. They know how we want to play. They see blue-collar plays, and they celebrate them. So if we can keep the place packed like it was for the home games, I think that'll help us take care of business. If you're trying to win a conference championship, you got to win your home games.
Our first question of the night, Coach, brought to us by Alabama 811. To help prevent injuries, outages, and loss of life, call 811 or visit al811.com before you dig. It's free. It's simple. It's the law. It's Pee Wee down in Grand Bay. Go ahead, buddy.
Hey, Coach, how are you doing, sir?
Doing great, Pee Wee. How you doing?
I'm doing good, buddy. Y'all been talking, about the upcoming schedule and how we kind of at the halfway point. The question I wanted to ask was about conditioning program. The football program has the fourth quarter program that they do in the off season for conditioning. I'm just wondering, do y'all do something similar to that for like this half of the season against the bigger, stronger guys that are you going to be against every night?
You know what? That's actually a good question because I feel like we're typically the best conditioned team out there, and people have asked me about it before. And we used to, Friday mornings take them to the track or do something. You know what? Lately, what we've been doing, and we've been ton of analytics. I mean, as you know, our program, we study as much as we can and get as much data and feedback. The best with basketball is a unique sport. Like it's not like track, football, nothing like it. The best way to get in basketball shape is to play basketball.
Yeah.
For a long time at a very hard rate, high intensity. So we just practice hard. Like that's basically what we got to. And I've told the guys, as long as they practice hard in the summer, because we get after it and we go hard, and we got a lot. My first practice here, you go back to it. It was 2 weeks after they had finished the season with the previous staff, and we practiced, and I think we had half the team throwing up on a light practice compared to what we did at Buffalo, and they were cramping and the whole deal. And we've got different people that come through and watch different colleges. We practice a lot harder than most colleges do, and I think that gives us the conditioning shape. But I've made the deal with our guys. Like, we're not running you conditioning. We're going to save all the bullets, save all their energy to do basketball things so that we'll get better at basketball and conditioning at the same time. So we don't really have what you call a fourth quarter program, but if you can't watch one of our practices, it's probably the hardest practice. So today I told the guys we get 1 day a week for the next 9 weeks where we can really go hard and long. So if we play on a Wednesday, that day is going to be on a Monday because we play Saturday, we're off Sunday. We go Monday, and it's not the day before a game. If we play Tuesday, that day will be Thursday because we'll be off Wednesday on Thursday. So whether it's the Monday or the Thursday, it's basically once a week for the rest of the year that we can get after it and go pretty hard. And we get after it and we go hard, and we got after it today, and it was one of the better practices, maybe the best practice of the year, and they should continually get a little better. We'll start to knock down the length of time to make sure that we're saving their legs come February, but we just practice hard. So, and I think it's worked pretty well for us since we've been here.
Do you do the same thing in season, Coach, from a competitive standpoint that I know you do earlier in the year? Because there's winning and losing in every drill that you have. And you have to validate that win. And, if you win a drill, guys still have to make 1 or 2 free throws in order for their group to not have to run or do push-ups or whatever, sit-ups, whatever it may be.
It's pretty impressive because you've never come to watch a practice. You must have listened to me talk a couple times.
I've seen it more than you realize. You just don't pay any attention to me.
I shouldn't be.
You shouldn't be paying attention to me.
No, we do the same thing in season. I mean, you can, CY is going to be on here right after me, and you can talk to him about it. But everything we do is competitive. I mean, we make the 5-on-0 competitive. Like, we score it, and it came down to the last one today, and it was tied, and we had to do an extra one, the 5-on-0, kind of like it. So we try to. I think that's part of being a player is your competitive nature. And some guys come in really skilled, and they don't know how to compete. You got to teach them how to compete. I think that's what's made us good. Like, whatever it is we do, shooting, non-live drills. We don't do 100% competitive because there's a few things. We do a couple station work maybe before we get going. But after that, it's all competitive and it's live, and we get after it. And like you said, it's how we get our free throw pressure free throws in. You got to make a free throw to validate it. The losers at the end have to run sprints. They got to shoot free throws and knock those off. And it's a lot of competitive stuff that we found ways to get better at little aspects of the game, whether it's free throws or something similar.
Couple of things real quick. I only got a couple of minutes left with you. But one, the 2 games this week. You go to South Carolina on Wednesday. You're at College Station on Saturday. Yeah,
like I talked about earlier with South Carolina, I think we're going to get the Clemson version of South Carolina that beat Clemson. That's what we have to expect. Nick Pringle's there. He's actually scoring it pretty well. He's their second leading scorer. They've got their front court's very good with Murray Boyles and Pringle. And so our front court's going to have to guard the post and do a better job than what we had done early in the year. I think we've gotten significantly better at that. And then Texas A&M on the road, it's been a tough place for us to play. Last time we won the league championship, we lost there. That was one of our 2 losses in league. So, they've got the press. They've got great crowd. They play extremely hard. All Buzz's teams play very hard. That's what they do. They get to the offensive boards. They got a high offensive rebounding rate and a high turnover rate. So we're going to have to take care of the ball. We're going to have to keep them off the glass. We're going to have to guard Wade Taylor. He's one of the better scoring guards in the league. So they're good. And you know what? And they're a dark horse to possibly win the league. I mean, they're one of the better teams in our league right now. So if we're going to try to win the league, that's an important win to get because who knows? It may come down to us and them at the end. I don't know, but they're going to be in the mix, I think.
Chris Youngblood's coming up. Give me 15, 20 seconds on him.
Best competitor, unbelievably great for our program even before he ever played a game. He's just starting to come around to what we know he's capable of. I mean, he was a player here in the American Conference, which is a very good league. They had Florida Atlantic that went to the Final Four. He can shoot it really well. But honestly, the best thing, if he ever doesn't want to play basketball anymore, and at some point that'll come, he can easily get into coaching. I'd love to have him on our staff. I love having him in our program because he holds guys accountable. He's smart. He works hard. He's the ultimate character guy along with being a very good basketball player. So he brings a physicality and IQ and competitiveness. We just got to get him fully healthy and fully confident back to where he knows he can play and we know he can play.
Appreciate you as always. Good to see you, man.
Thanks, Chris. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Coach Nate Oats with us here at Baumhower's Victory Grill. You're listening to Hey Coach, presented by Alfa Insurance, Auto, Home, Life, Business. Alfa Insurance covers it all. Chris Youngblood with us next on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
I'm Coach Nate Oats, and this is the Ford F-Series Highlight Show. Talk about an outstanding lineup. Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty deliver impressive power and game-changing capability. That's why I'm a fan of Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 47 consecutive years. For the latest offers on a Ford truck, go to buyfordnow.com or visit your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of the Crimson Tide. Roll Tide.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY industry reported total sales.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Don't stop planning for your future. Don't stop investing in your kids' education. Don't stop dreaming of that new home. And don't stop growing your business. Whatever you're passionate or dreaming about, don't stop. Because when you have a bank you can trust, you have the confidence to take on tomorrow. Speak with a Trustmark associate today for advice on achieving your goals. Trustmark. People you trust. Advice that works. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You know that feeling when you're doing what you love? You're in the zone, truly and fully alive, lost in thought. You know what you're not thinking about? Insurance. That's where Alfa comes in. Alfa handles all things insurance, so you're free to do anything. So get out there and live your best life. Whatever your thing is, we've got you covered. That's life with Alfa Insurance. Visit alfainsurance.com to learn more.
Producing championship quality lumber is not an easy process, but at Everwood Preserving, it's our only process. Wood treated right. Everwood offers top-notch pressure-treated wood for decks, outdoor structures, commercial jobs, and more that you can build your reputation on. When it comes to quality, we're on the winning team. Visit your local Everwood dealer today and discover the difference for yourself. Everwood Preserving Incorporated, the official lumber of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
High shot off the window, no good. Another good box out by Bama. We got numbers. Sears front court, working it to Youngblood. One more pylon, fakes a three, gives it back to Youngblood. He'll let it drive.
Over there. Stop.
Get ready for game day with Alumni Hall, your ultimate Crimson Tide shopping experience. Shop Nike, top brands, tailgating gear. Head to Alumni Hall in Midtown Village or shop alumnihall.com. Spend $150 and you'll get $10 in rewards for your next purchase at Alumni Hall. We're at Baumhower's Victory Grille for a few more moments, and Chris Youngblood spotted his old team, I believe, on television over there. Chris, welcome. So glad you're in Tuscaloosa, but yeah, seeing South Florida on the TV where you played.
Good road win coming up. I hope I don't jinx them, but, hoping good road win coming up.
You had a couple of different places before you came here, but it's really coming home for you to Tuscaloosa. We're talking off the break. You lived in Tuscaloosa through about 6th grade, then moved to Noonan, Georgia, and after stops at Kennesaw in South Florida, we got you wearing the right colors at the University of Alabama.
You got that right, man. It's fun to be back, man. Appreciate y'all.
Tell me why the fit and why it's so special for you to be back here.
The fit, obviously, fast-paced. It's a fun offense for any type of, guard that wants to shoot the ball and score at a high level. But, just getting to know Coach Oats more, a real genuine guy. He cares about the game, and he matched my competitiveness. He's very competitive, and as y'all can see during the games. But that's my type of guy I want to play for.
How tough has it been for you to get in? Coach talked about game shape and to get into that, because you can't simulate it. You got to play, and you're coming off the injury, but it looks like it's getting real close for you.
Oh, yeah, I can definitely see the light in the tunnel now. Like, them first few games, I was so frustrated because I couldn't guard anybody. No matter how hard I tried, man, my feet and brain just weren't connected yet. So it's definitely been tough, but, this whole surgery process has taught me patience. So, it's time to use the patience now.
And the defensive end, I know you pride yourself in. You got to play it if you're going to get on the floor for Coach Oates. But, man, you can shoot it as well as anybody in the country when that's in rhythm. It looks like that's starting to get there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's all shooting is, because, the first few games you got so much adrenaline, but your body is still just beat up because you're not in shape. So it's definitely been a fun, interesting process, getting back in game shape.
The quick release, to me, is what stands out. Well, tell me about the work to put that in and get to where that is such a big part of your shot and your game.
Yeah, so it came from my freshman year because my freshman year and sophomore, like some of my sophomore year, I couldn't really get past. Like we played like tough non-league games at Kennesaw because
right.
In the mid-majors you gotta play them bye games, so there's a lot of good athletes.
You're
so
making budget.
Yeah, you're making a little budget. So I had to learn how to still shoot the ball because you got more athletic people. So before they can get their hand up, I just keep it up and now it's just carried on to my whole life.
An incredible roster that Alabama has. Look, losing Latrell Reitzel is a huge loss for this team.
Heartbreak.
Just from a basketball standpoint, though, and I mean this with nothing but respect for him, to have you and Houston Millette become available at that time, that is rare because you guys are all great players. You're all veterans. And I know that probably adds even more, feel like you got even more responsibility to play well because you're kind of playing for him as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's – like, I'll never forget when he got hurt. I took him to the back. I wasn't playing yet, and I just felt for him because I'm coming back from injury, and he's going to start this whole process again. Because I know how hard he works. He's a good, genuine guy. He's a great guy. So I felt for him, but, like you said, playing for him is probably one of the key things I think about the most because just seeing him on that scooter, he's going to get up the scooter hopefully pretty soon, but seeing him on that scooter every game in practice, now I have no excuse but to play hard because I know he would do anything to be out here and play.
You mentioned he's a great guy. That seems to me to be one of the reasons why you guys are able to play so well together, really so fast, because there's a ton of guys that are new to this roster. You're new to each other, and yet you found a way to gel and get together. I know you still got work to do, but to get yourself in this position is pretty special.
Yeah, that's one thing I've learned throughout college because I've been fortunate enough to be through a lot of experiences. But if you really genuinely like the people you're playing with, the chemistry comes it comes faster than a normal team would. And, it's going to take time, but you got to take the small wins, like just game by game, just choose something you want to win at because you're not going to get it all in one game or first half of the season. It's going to come around, late February and March when it should.
Chris, it's great to talk to you. We could spend a whole show with you, but really enjoyed the visit. Let's do it again, and good luck not only this week but the rest of the year as well.
Appreciate y'all, man. Roll Tide.
Tuscaloosa native Chris Youngblood back home wearing the Alabama uniform. We'll continue with more and wrap things up when we return on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Each Monday night, join us for Hey Coach, presented by Alfa Insurance. Live at 6 p.m. Central from Baumhower's Victory Grille in Tuscaloosa. We'll talk Alabama athletics with Tide coaches and players, plus take your calls. Hey Coach is available to listen to across our radio network, the Varsity Network app, as well as a video stream on all CTSN social media platforms at UA_CTSN. Hey Coach, Mondays at 6 p.m. on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. See the call as we make the call. Watch the Courtside Cam presented by NASCAR for each Alabama home basketball game. Streaming live on all CTSN social media platforms, you can get a front row seat to every big play and every reaction from the Alabama radio crew for men's and women's basketball. Watch on YouTube, Facebook, and X at UA_CTSN.
Wide open 9, left corner 3. Switch! Are you tired of dealing with multiple bills for your hospital's telecommunication needs? Say goodbye to the hassle with Prestige HealthNet. We use our own money to resolve all your issues, delivering superior internet, cybersecurity, phones, TVs, and more. Plus, enjoy the convenience of a single monthly bill without any upfront expenses. Simplify your hospital's IT infrastructure with Prestige HealthNet. Visit our website, prestigehealthnet.com, or call us at 251-517-4411 to learn more.
Founded in Haleyville, Alabama in 1965 by Hal and Melissa Guthrie, Guthrie's was America's first chicken finger restaurant. Guthrie still uses the family's original Southern fried chicken recipe in every chicken finger they serve. Fresh, hot, and fast. Guthrie's Golden Fried Chicken Fingers has been Alabama owned and operated since 1965, and Guthrie's is still growing strong. Come see us soon. Guthrie's, America's original chicken finger restaurant and an official partner of the Alabama Crimson Tide. For franchise information, visit Guthrie'sChicken.com.
A gift this good takes a while to unwrap. Get your best gift ever during the Toyotathon sales event before it's too late. Lease a new 2025 Toyota RAV4 LE Hybrid for $369 a month for 36 months. Offer valid through January 6, 2025. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. 3668 Buick timing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details. Toyota. Let's go places.
I'm Cole Adams.
And I'm Jeremy Bernard. We are all excited to enjoy the energy of Bryant-Denny Stadium this fall, but viruses that cause respiratory diseases are still prevalent in our communities.
Vaccination against these viruses is very important for everyone, and especially for those who are at a higher risk of developing serious complications, including older Americans and those with certain medical conditions.
For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM today.
Stay safe and roll Tide.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Guthrie's Golden Fried Chicken Fingers, an Alabama tailgate tradition. Founded in Haleyville, Alabama in 1965, Guthrie's has been a Bama fan favorite for years. From your hometown to college towns all around, Guthrie's is still serving the family's original Southern fried chicken recipe just like always, fresh, hot, and fast. Make Guthrie's Golden Fried Chicken Fingers the MVP of your next tailgate. Guthrie's, America's original chicken finger restaurant and now an official partner of the Alabama Crimson Tide. For franchise information, visit Guthrie'sChicken.com.
Time for us to take a look at what's up next for Bama. The Tide travels to Columbia, South Carolina Wednesday night, taking on the University of South Carolina Gamecocks. Game tips at 6. Radio coverage on the network starts at 5 o'clock right here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. And, of course, if you miss any portion of tonight's show, you can always catch it on demand on our Alabama Insider podcast. Download and subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Our show is presented by Alfa Insurance. We appreciate Baumhower's Victory Grille for being our host. We appreciate swimming and diving coach Margot Gear and one of her swimmers, Trey Shields, for joining us, along with Coach Nate Oats and Chris Youngblood. Women's basketball at Texas Thursday at 8. Gymnastics Friday at home against North Carolina. And then on Saturday, 11 a.m., swimming and diving against Tennessee. Vice President, General Manager of the Crimson Tide Sports Network is Jim Carabin. For Jerry Kelly and Tom Stipe, I'm Chris Stewart. Good night, everybody.